Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, wherever you happen to be. Welcome to another edition of the Living World of Darkness. The scene is set on. Well, it's a fairly later evening, anyways, where we go ahead and we look at a highway overpass, actually, a little bit further, well, in fact, fairly far away from the city center of Manhattan. Between suburbia and the metropolitan area of Manhattan, there are a few different roadways that criss and cross at awkward angles. And on one of these particular crisscrossings, there happens to be one particular, little girl without a soul, you want to go ahead and say, who makes this way, well, doesn't actually make this way, but she has a tendency to wander to places that she has never seen before. She certainly has a questing nature to her, and she has decided to, well, take the road less traveled, at least by her. The night is getting a little bit more chilly. It's starting to blow a cold breeze over this particular expanse of overpass. Below this overpass, the streets, well, I shouldn't say the streets because it's a highway. The highway isn't so cluttered as it used to be. Rush hour traffic has already come and gone. And while you can probably make out a few careening vehicles going about 60, 75 miles per hour down that particular highway, it doesn't seem too overly crowded. And we have this girl without a soul encountering something that she hasn't seen before. Well, she may have seen in one particular light, but only on a television screen. As she wanders, as she walks this pavement bundled up in whatever sweater or winter, early autumn attire she currently has, we see a Volkswagen bus, actually, with a very psychedelic paint scheme to it.
Huh, that's neat. Tomi's going to pull out her phone and snap a picture of it. Oh shit, too blurry. Slowly, creep closer, sort of follow it. Try to get a better shot.
Okay, yeah, you certainly can. Creep closer, creep.
Yeah, she'll probably get pretty close to it, assuming it's just parked. And take some pictures on her phone.
Okay, cool. As you go ahead and creep on closer, a figure that you didn't notice on that particular side of this bus happens to be actually, from his dress, you can probably call him a hipster. He's wearing really thick sunglasses at this time of night, probably would making him, effectively blind. But he's just sort of standing there. He's not standing there. He's standing on the lip of the overpass. You can see that the guardrails and the guard fence has been snapped aside, pulled away, actually, as you see him standing with his back towards the open air. Hasn't necessarily noticed you quite yet.
Tomi stops taking pictures when she realizes I'm standing so close to the edge of the bridge. Sort of stops and raises a hand. Hey.
Hi. What's up?
Not much. Just noticed the car. Is that yours?
Yeah, it's a beauty, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty cool. I've never seen anything like it. Not outside of TV.
Everybody sort of has that same reaction. You notice that his foot is actually lifting off the lip of the edge and starting to, hang a little bit further into the air outside of the overpass.
Oh, whoa, dude. She's gonna reach out and try to grab his arm.
Oh, okay. Whoa, what are you doing, man?
You look like you're about to fall.
I'm not about
Start
to fall.
pulling him back.
What are you doing?
It's just Dex and athletics to sort of pull him back away from the ledge.
All right.
Reflexes before.
Sure. You go ahead and sturdy him again. He's standing like both feet on the ledge, looking down at you.
I mean, like, she looks down. There's traffic there. You don't want to fall or whatever.
What makes you say that?
Because then you'd go splat. You'd be dead.
Interesting. Why do you think I would go ahead and splat dead?
I haven't met many people who can handle being hit by a car after falling off of a bridge. What do you mean, what makes me think that?
Well, I'll have you know, I know several people that could go ahead and shrug off collisions like that, but you know, this man is just going to go ahead and bend down and take a rope that you probably didn't see and go ahead and demonstrate how it's been hooked to his freaking belt the entire time. Yeah?
Oh. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I thought you were like a jumper or something.
A jumper? No. I mean, it's not like I have trillions of things to do with my life, but I don't see it end yet. Too young.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So you're just out in the middle of the bridge bungee jumping? Is this normal for you?
Goes ahead and shakes it. Not bungee jumping. Hold on a second. This man's gonna go ahead and pick out a Nokia brick, put the Nokia brick back in his pocket because that's not what he really wanted. Bring back out a smartphone actually, and he's gonna go ahead and throw out a few pictures from a picture gallery that just says graffiti, and he goes ahead and shows it to you. No, 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 no. I'm an artist.
Oh, that's kick-ass. My roommate's an artist, too. She does a lot of graffiti.
Nice. What does she usually do?
She likes to do murals. She, like, painted my entire building. She's gonna pull out her phone and, like, show him some pictures of some really, like, gorgeous spray painting paintings that Maggie's done. There are even a couple of cars that she's decaled.
Any skateboards?
Not on the phone's, like, camera reel.
Mhm.
But it doesn't seem like it's something she couldn't do.
Well, let me go ahead and show you mine. He goes ahead and shows you different murals. The first one just being a fantastic detail of the globe, and from the perspective, you can definitely tell that it's on the roof of a tunnel. Goes ahead and shows you another one. This time of three Aquarian figures, horse type figures, but one seems to be a very, very simple stag. The other one has a pair of very, very fluffy purple wings. The other one just simply has a white horn to it.
Oh, whoa. I like that one. That's really cool.
Yeah, I thought that one would go ahead and come out perfectly. Starts flowing through a little bit more. And the next two are simply pictures of two birds. The difference is very, very subtle. But from what you can tell, one seems more, well, not necessarily predator. Actually, neither of these birds are a predator. It's just the different color stylings. One seems more blue, or at least blue feathered, and the other one seems actually white feathered.
Huh. These are really awesome, dude.
Oh, thank you. I was just about to go ahead and see if I can't add some more to my collection. I don't think you have any. You don't have any talent, do you?
Not really for painting, no.
Well, I'm not really painting. I'm spray painting.
She shrugs. I've done stencils before. That's about it.
Yeah, well, you can go ahead and actually. Do you feel like helping me doing some of the stencil work down there?
Yeah, totally.
All right. Hold on one second. This guy is going to go ahead and jump off the lip onto the solid ground. Walk back to the this big VW van, and what he produces is a collection of different spray paints, some stencils, an extra harness, some extra rope. He goes ahead and starts to hand you the harness. Put this on.
Yeah, sure. She fastens it around her waist and puts her sunglasses down as well. You'll notice they're cracked. She's just going to use Mattersight to make sure this thing isn't going to...
Crack, destroy, whatever. It's good, sturdy.
Okay.
One success. These are definitely sturdy materials that can easily take your weight. And it seems like this particular harness is constructed in such a way as to, take a lead from the rope.
Okay. After examining it for a moment, she sort of like fastens it on, makes sure that it's nice and tight. All right, now what?
Okay. This guy is going to go ahead and crouch down and make sure that it is freaking tight. Shink, shink, shink. People don't often make it as tight as they possibly can. All right.
It's a little hard to breathe.
Oh, that's fine. That means it works. This guy is going to go ahead and bring out a sketchbook, actually. He flies through a few different pages and says, all right, thunk. Starts to show you what's on the sketchbook. It's a picture of, you've probably seen some birds around. You can probably guess what this is. It looks like a dove.
Huh, cool.
All right. What I would want you to do is to go ahead and make as much filler work here, points at different parts of the sketchbook. And you'll be working with the white and the off-white and maybe a little bit of the black. But don't worry, there's plenty of stencils right here. Start to show you some stencils.
Okay, sweet.
I had planned this project to go ahead and take 2 hours, but if you're helping me with most of the bulk, we might be able to get it done in hour 15, maybe?
Sweet, I can stick around that long.
Thanks. I didn't ask your name. Hi, my name is Lucas.
Oh, nice to meet you. Tell me.
Goes ahead and extends hand.
She'll shake it.
You make it a habit of helping out artists off a ledge?
Off a ledge is pretty new, but, I like to get around, meet interesting people.
Fair enough. He goes ahead and looks around again. Starts to snake a rope over and through your harness, and is going to go ahead and start to push you towards the ledge and say, up, up.
Oh, whoa. Okay. She will hop up onto the ledge.
All right, this is what I want you to do. I want you to lean into your butt, and I need you to walk backwards, okay?
Okay, I think I can do that.
All right. The rope that is attached to your harness gets a little bit more slack. A little bit more slack. You leaning?
Yeah, she's leaning and she's going down. Not quite the most graceful descent, but she's not falling on her ass.
All right, fair enough. You go ahead and place one foot in the back of the other as you're slowly starting to scale down this overpass. When you actually get down there, you notice that there's quite a bit of this particular canvas, we're going to go ahead and say. And in 2 or 3 seconds, actually, you notice that the rope goes ahead and is tied down, and Lucas goes ahead and starts to follow you down, taking as much time and effort as he possibly can. Since we're rolling dice, let's go ahead and roll some dice. Let's see if I die. It'd be hilarious if I died. Damn it, I didn't go splat. Why did I not go splat? It would have been hilarious. People would have cried and laughed. But yeah. Okay. You notice that Lucas is going to go ahead and start to shimmy his ass over to one end of this particular scene, and then towards the other end of this particular canvas, just giving some of the border work actually done. And once he starts doing that, he starts to bring this little tiny, more miniatures type of sketchbook and goes ahead and shows it to you. I want you to take a stencil 2, 3, and 8 and start filling these out.
She'll look at it for a few minutes. All right, look through the stencils. 2, 3. All right, got it. She'll go and start on the stenciling.
You want to go ahead and describe the stenciling? Does Tomi have any talent?
Tomi doesn't have much talent, and there's not a whole lot of artistic flair that goes into it, but you'll notice that she's very, very precise. And she definitely gets what she's told to do done. But it's not terribly creative.
Let's see. What sites do you have?
What sites? I have forces, matter, prime, time, and mind.
Forces and matter. What can you tell me about what you're doing right now and how it relates to matter and forces?
Well, with forces, she can definitely tell the trajectory and the movement of the spray paint, which would help her to keep from making it splash or making any unwanted sort of smudges in the design.
Is that something you would wish to do?
Sure.
Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah.
2 successes. You go ahead and don your sunglasses again, because I think that's your focus. You go ahead and with the help of the stencils and the help of just knowing exactly where the paint particles will go, you pretty much finish most of the bulk of the work. You notice that Lucas is a little bit impressed because, as far as he knew, you said that you were some sort of amateur. But he's going to go ahead and try to finish up some of the more detailed work. Dex expression, spending a willpower because, oh dear God. Motherfucker. Would perfect balance help here?
I don't think so, no.
All right. The first round of Lucas's meanderings, he doesn't get quite as many details as he wants, at least in the first go. You notice that the wings are starting to get a bit more ruffled. You notice that the beak and the eyes are starting to get a more shine to them, but they're not perfect. They're not exactly the way Lucas wants them to be. And you can tell that you can plainly tell on Lucas's face. He's starting to scowl. He says, "God damn it." By the way, you've been hanging on for about 30 minutes now.
Mm-hmm. That looks pretty cool, dude. I mean, it's not like we're short on time to work on it, right?
No, I guess not. He goes ahead and rubs his temples and says, "Okay, why don't you go ahead and work on number 5 and number 10 sketchels?" He goes ahead and shows you the sketchbook again.
Yep, I can do that. She takes the stencils, starts adding to it.
You start to fill out the more of the color of the beak, more the color of the talons, just meticulous figures that weren't present the first time on the first pass. As Lucas is going to try this again, spending a point of willpower. Nope. Just the 1 point of willpower as, again, Lucas looks really frustrated. He says, fucking hell, he'd hate me for this.
No, dude, no, it looks fine. Really. Here,
Excellent.
let me try to give you a hand.
All right. How are you supposed to give him a hand then?
I'm gonna use Matter Sight to see if I can't find some places where Tomy can help to clean it up a little.
Go ahead and do so.
Roll Dex Art to do so. Matter Sight's fine. Is it cool if I add my Sight dice to my dice to help? Is that a thing you can do?
Sure. If you want, we can go ahead and do this roll as a collective effort.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
6 dice on my side, and how many other dice you got?
That will be 6 with the Sight dice.
All right.
There's one success.
Oh, wow.
Tomy's goddamn lucky charm.
Yes, exactly. Your goddamn lucky charms. You go ahead and flash your sunglasses on. You can see exactly where the paint needs to go. Even if the artist himself is getting really, really frustrated, just go ahead and start to guide him. Guide him by his shoulders, or guide him by his arms, or guide him by the can, actually. And the artist is actually spray painting like fucking mad towards the end of this particular 45 no I said hour. The last 10 minutes of this hour is just a fury of fucking activity. You notice that the artist's face is getting a little bit more brighter, a little bit more brighter. He's actually smiling, he's actually grinning. He's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, see, that's kick-ass. Knew you could do it. She grins.
You're a good cheerleader.
Thanks, man.
Okay. How about I go ahead and crawl my ass back up and I pull you up, okay?
All right.
All right. Strength athletics. Watch me fall. Watch me fall. Watch me fall. Watch me fall. Damn it. I just can't fail these rolls. All right. The artist, Lucas, is able to pull his happy ass up off over the lip of this overpass. And you see him there. You see him grab your rope and start to pull you up.
Tommy will sort of give him a hand by kind of like climbing up as well.
Mm-hmm.
Once she's over the edge, she'll just sort of like roll over onto her back. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for your help, I guess. I don't think I would have had the patience otherwise.
No problem, man. How often do you do this kind of thing?
I do it quite a lot ever since I got into the city, actually.
Oh yeah? You just moved here?
No, I moved about, actually moved about 6 months ago with a whole group of people, busload of people. You?
Oh yeah? Like a busload of people. Is it like a camp or like just a big family or?
Little bit of A, a little bit of B. We're a bunch of families that knew each other down south and decided to, well, pretty much pack our bags and move up to New York, see where our fortune would take us.
So you're like a hippie commune or a cult?
A hippie commune, yes.
Cool.
I'm not going to say that I didn't walk around barefoot for the first 5 years of my life, but so much what you want.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Hey, what's your number?
Oh, right here. He scribbles it down, hands it to him.
He's going to go ahead and take the number, taking the Nokia brick out of his pocket. Go ahead and push the buttons. And if you got that phone on you currently, it goes ahead and buzzes. If not, that's fine.
It does, and she kind of laughs. You think I gave you a fake number?
I was taught to always make sure and to check, and this is just the easiest way to do it.
Okay, fair enough.
Again, you notice that the Nokia brick is much, much different than the smartphone.
So, why the brick? You
It
a
doesn't
drug
break.
dealer or something?
No. Goes ahead and scratches his chin. Not a dealer per se. I do have shit.
Just a connoisseur.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely a connoisseur.
Sweet.
The brick is mostly it's a habit I learned. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Goes ahead and kicks his feet. So thanks again for the help. You going anywhere? Because I can give you like a ride, or if you just want to go ahead and walk away, that's fine.
Yeah, I was just walking back to my place. I can give you directions. It's maybe, well, it's like a 20-minute walk, so maybe like a 10-minute drive.
Sure. Awesome. I can have the car go ahead and yell at me again.
Yell at you.
My car has a very, very loud voice when he wants to. You can see that Lucas is starting to collect a bunch of the stencils, the harnesses, and is loading it back into the back of the van. Oh yeah, I think it's an electrical problem or something like that, but the radio is like weird.
Oh, well, if you want, I can take a look at it.
Okay. I don't want to go ahead and put you out. You've already been such great help.
Oh, well, it's not that big a deal. I'll just open up the hood. I promise I won't, like, mess around too much.
Fair enough. This thing has been in the family for quite a number of years, actually. Don't want to go to getting busted.
Yeah.
You gonna go ahead and hop into the car, or are you just gonna wait for Lucas to be a gentleman about this nonsense?
She'll wait for him to invite her into his space.
Opens up the passenger to the door.
Thanks, man. And she will hop in.
Fair enough. Lucas goes ahead and starts the car, and when he does so, a very, very random song goes ahead and starts to play on the radio before the song and the station goes ahead and changes quite rapidly. Right now, it's "If God Was One of Us." Just start singing that particular song over and over again. See what I mean by iffy?
Yeah, that is pretty funny. At least it doesn't have terrible taste in music.
From what I hear from all my friends, this was overplayed in the 90s.
Well, whatever. At least it's not Call Me Maybe.
Instantly, the station goes ahead and turns to do the Pop 100, and Call Me Maybe goes up.
We will immediately start laughing. Oh shit, it heard me.
Yeah, sometimes it does that. You notice Lucas is going to go ahead and start to bang on the dashboard. Knock it off, seriously. Station goes ahead and changes again. This time to do briefly blast "Hurt Me Today," and then on to do "Why You Gotta Be So Rude" by Magic.
Oh man, I think you hurt its feelings. She's gonna gently like pat the dashboard.
Turns over to another station, back to "What If God Was One of Us." Yeah, I don't know. It thinks it's smooth. It thinks it's real smooth, don't you? Don't you think you're smooth? And then continues to play it on repeat, even though the station probably has already gone ahead and stopped playing it. It just repeats that song, "One of Us."
Hey man, you gotta be nicer to your living car. Not everyone gets a living car.
This is true, but I inherited this one.
Oh, inherited it or not, like you can be like Knight Rider. Knight Rider in a mystery machine.
Knight Rider and the Mystery Machine. Instantly, a commercial goes ahead and starts to play about a DVD box set of Knight Rider.
See, it agrees.
What? Why are you doing this to me, man? Don't I feed you? Don't I give you oil? And then the radio goes ahead and switches stations again, and there's a big blast of "No, you don't treat me right." Sometimes I hate this van.
I don't know if I have the heart to fix it. I wouldn't want it to like lose its soul or whatever. This is a funny vehicle. You should be proud of it.
Yeah, I guess I could pay more attention to it. How's that, buddy? How's that, buddy? He goes and gently pats the dashboard. Do you like that? Do you like that? Station goes ahead and changes, and there is a Meow Mix commercial, but the end of it is just played with purr, purr, purr.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta treat your shit right, man. It's happier if you treat it right. It'll be better, or something
Yeah,
like.
fair enough. Doesn't take too much longer for the van to go ahead and make its laborious way down to your garage's street.
She'll open the garage door from outside using a little thingy on her keys. Be like, go ahead and pull in.
All right, he goes ahead and does so.
It won't mind that much if I take a look inside it, will it?
No. I don't know if it has a gender, but I don't think it would mind if you did it.
All right. Because you've entertained me for like the past several hours. She's just gonna go in and kind of like clean the gunk out of it. Make sure that nothing looks horribly, horribly broken.
Okay, with that number of successes, nothing looks horribly, horribly, horribly broken. You notice that it needs a oil change. You notice that the spark plugs could use a bit of sprucing that you easily go ahead and do. You notice that it's due for maintenance in about 3 weeks from now, and you notice that actually the tires also need to be rotated, but that's a more involved job.
There you go. I cleaned it out a little. Why don't you come back in like 3 weeks? Looks like it could use maybe a tune-up or something.
Okay, what's that going to cost me?
Looks like around. Her player doesn't know how much car repairs generally cost.
Car repair like this, basic maintenance and a tune-up service, I'm going to go ahead and ballpark at about $100 or $150.
Okay. Shouldn't cost more than 100. If it does, don't worry about it.
Okay, fair enough. This, I'm gonna guess this is your garage.
Yep. I've been running this place for the better part of a year now.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was hard getting off our feet, or getting on our feet, but like, business has been pretty great.
Oh, that's cool. I don't actually work. I'm a kind of a student. Environmental science.
Oh yeah? What kind
Yeah.
of stuff are you into?
Basically anything and everything that will save the world. He goes ahead and raises his hand, jazzes it. Save the world.
Well, that's pretty cool, man. Saving the rainforest, saving the world, that's all important shit.
It is important shit, but the possibilities just get less and less every single day, I find.
Don't say that. It's that attitude that makes it less possible, you know? You just gotta keep working for it. Shit'll happen eventually.
I imagine that shit will happen and none of it good, unfortunately.
That's bullshit. A lot of good shit happens every day. Just never pay attention to it, because a lot of bad shit happens too.
In my world, the bad shit always happens. Well, in my world, the bad shit is always so big and impossibly huge that people just sort of forget about doing anything else and sort of start neglecting their the car, unfortunately.
Well, like, you gotta make sure to look at everything, you know? If you sit there just staring at the bad shit and being like, oh man, this sucks so much, this is all terrible, and you never pay any attention to the good shit, you never let yourself enjoy anything, then, like, you just end up, like, depressed and unmotivated. And then you don't do anything to fix it, you know?
What about all the other people that are around that don't really see all the bad things and can't fathom a solution to all that nonsense?
Well, they definitely can't ignore the bad things, but they can't let them consume them either.
He goes ahead and shakes his head. I only know of one goddamn person in this entire city that actually looked at the problem, like the pollution of Hudson River, and decided to clean it up. You know what she got? Nothing.
Wasn't that the girl that had the art show recently?
Yeah, actually.
What made you think she got nothing?
Hmm. I believe that she was trying to raise awareness and to see if anybody there would actually see that as a tipping point for them to start to devote their lives to, well, just water cleanup services. And from what I can tell, she was the only one out there. I mean, it's a fantastic and amazing freaking movement or cause to have. I'm just surprised that she was the only one.
Well, again, why do you think she was the only one? It's not like you saw into the minds of all the people there. They might not go out and clean up the river every day, but they might do smaller things to make it better. You know, turning the faucet off when they brush their teeth, waiting to throw things in the trash instead of on the ground. A little impact is more than nothing. And when you get a lot of small impacts that add up, then you've got a big one, you know?
Goes ahead and shakes his head. No. It's all good to raise awareness, but if it's not follow up with teaching, if it's not follow up with actual solutions, technology, motives, methods, and the like to go ahead and solve our actual pollution problem, not just clean it up afterwards, that's when real change will happen.
Fair enough, yeah.
I,
But
I feel
cleaning
like,
up, step one.
okay, fair enough. Cleaning up, step one. Step two, change the laws. Step three, come up with new technology. Step four, bemoan your situation because all of these wonderful things will never happen in your lifetime.
There's no reason they shouldn't. Changing the laws, maybe that's kind of bullshit, but you change the way that people think, and the laws will follow, you know?
Tell me about how you change people's ideas, their motivations, their ideas. No, seriously. Tell me.
Like, you've got everybody kind of walking around, and they're not doing shit beyond surviving, right? They're going to work, they're eating their shitty fast food, what is it, O'Toole's now? And going to sleep, going to work. They're not thinking about any sort of impact they can make because they don't think of themselves as able to make that sort of impact. They don't think about the right things. Gotta be able to push them to be able to think about those things, to be able to sort of feel as if they can make the world better. For themselves at first, yeah, but there's not a person on earth who doesn't want to make it better for others too.
Western civilization is dominated with the mindset that as long as if I have 3 meals a day and a hot shower, I'm fine. What did the Joker say? We're all one really, really bad day from falling into anarchy?
No reason anarchy is a bad thing.
Oh, you would promote anarchy.
To an extent, yeah. In anarchy, you don't have big people up top trying to control all the little people to go with their corrupt means. Anarchy has its own problems, of course, because then you get the big guys with the big guns and the big muscles trying to run shit. But then it's not truly anarchy anymore, is it?
You know what? I would prefer a world where the masses weren't controlled by big conglomerate organizations and corporations that are mindless and soulless.
Yeah, man. That's why you gotta wake them the fuck up. Give them something more to do than to work for these corporations to earn their food and their sex and all that shit. Give them some actual legit meaning.
Awesome! I once knew a guy that tried that and failed terribly.
He shrugs. It's okay to only save one person, dude. And it's okay if that one person's you.
Shrug. You know what? That's right. I only have to save myself.
Yeah.
And the car. Of course, the car.
Yeah, she shuts the hood and pats it a few times.
Vroom vroom. Urgh.
With environmental science, what do you plan to do with it?
Lucas goes ahead and kicks his to do boot a little bit onto your ground. Don't rightly know anymore. I got really well into my studies, and well, shit happens.
Yeah, shit does happen.
I don't know. Maybe I'll write a few pamphlets. Maybe I'll start working with that Hudson girl again.
I think that's a pretty good idea. You know, you work with her, you can use your art to spread the ideas around too, you know. It'll catch people's eyes. Maybe they'll want to help more.
Well, that's certainly the plan. You didn't notice the other stencils on that overpass, did you?
No.
Okay, 1 second. So you know the dove that we made, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to go ahead and spin the smartphone again. Go ahead and go over to another folder, recent projects. Goes ahead and manipulates the image just a little bit to go ahead and focus on that empty space. Okay, that's our empty space that we just filled, right?
Yep.
Goes ahead and starts to scoot it open again. And you notice that the rest of the overpass just simply has one phrase, which is one people.
One people.
One people.
What's that about?
It's the idea that it doesn't really matter where we come from. Doesn't matter what lineage that we go ahead and take. Doesn't matter what history we go ahead and claim. At the end of it all, we all descend from the same primordial ooze, the same thing, all mother and the same all father. We are all one people. Humanity, kind of in it together because there's nothing but us.
Can you get behind that? How do you know? How do you know it's more that we're just one people and that we're just all very different people? And those differences are good. You know, there's always a different point of view.
Differences in opinion and differences in point of view are definitely one thing. When they go ahead and cause bullshit like brother fighting against brother or war and shit like that, that's when things get a little bit topsy-turvy. Here's the thing. Imagine that you're just a man. You're just a man that comes from a tribe of no, actually, imagine that you're a soldier from feudal Japan, actually, and you're a part of the war party that has just sailed over the Japanese Straits into Korea. Imagine that you have the entirety of Korea to freaking conquer. Are you going to stop for any 1 second to consider yourself a part of the same people as the Koreans?
Nah, probably not.
How do we stop that?
I think it's less about making people act like they're all the same, or making people treat each other like they're all exactly the same person, and more about empathy. You know? Gotta understand, yeah, you're different, but that's not a bad thing. And if I understand you, then I'm not going to want to kill you, commit genocide, rise my people above yours, because there's no point.
To understand feudal Japan at that particular moment and why they would ever try to go ahead and invade Korea, feudal Japan, awful, bloody civil wars. You know why?
Why?
It's because at some point in time, they went ahead and learned agriculture. And after they learned agriculture, this is what happened. Many people could be born and field into whatever work they wanted, whatever caste system that they wanted, but land that you grew the food on, that was the whole part of agriculture, pretty much stayed the same. So while the value of land went ahead and increased exponentially, the value of a person went ahead and decreased just enough that all-out war was like an option.
Well, the problem there is allowing the value of a human life to decrease. We're assuming that life has a value that can be competed with something like land or gold or money.
If we were all fairly enlightened, we would never go ahead and put a dollar bill to a human life, even though it currently stacks around $200,000, I think, at last estimate. Chick said, it's also the scarcity of resources. If people had enough means, they would probably never go to war, at least not for basic necessities.
Yeah.
And back to my very, very fatalistic outlook, land is becoming less and less valuable because there's less irrigatable land, which means the less food resources, which means the scarcity of resources goes ahead and skyrockets again, and it's a vicious cycle. You can go ahead and kick me out of your shop whenever you want.
No, won't kick you out.
Yet.
Are you going to try to make me kick you out?
I think it would be funny and hilarious, but I don't want to go ahead and put you through that strain, not when you've been so helpful to me.
That's better.
They say that I was born in a very, very goddamn interesting night. Thanks again for giving me the advice and tuning up my car. I'll go ahead and then be off then.
Yeah, drop by whenever. Don't be a stranger.
All right. Cool. Luz is going to go ahead and hop back into his van. Start her up. What if God was one of us? Go ahead and put his face into his palms. Go ahead and back out and see his happy ass into the very, very fading sunset. And if that is all, we can go ahead and have our little outro.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a lovely evening.